This is a COVID-19 update in Laos. It's a nationwide lockdown. Every province is now locked down. It's been 68 new cases yesterday. That brings the total cases to 672. There's been 50 cases that have completely recovered. There's been no deaths so far. So the current total of active cases right now in Laos for COVID is 622. Now that's predicted to rise over the next few days, but hopefully this very fast lockdown that we've gone into, very secure lockdown, will hopefully control the situation and control the spread and this new outbreak. So for the whole of last year, from March to March, Laos only had 58 recorded cases. Most of them were from inbound flights from outside the country. Now, because they came in legally through the flights and Laos had the right regulations for quarantine, none of those cases spread. They went into a 14-day quarantine as soon as they entered Laos, and there was no problem. The issue that Laos has had this time around is, due to Pi Mai Lao, quite a few people have entered Laos illegally. So this current outbreak in Laos, this new wave, this is attributed to 3 people at the moment. 2 Thai nationals that legally entered Laos and one of them brought the virus to Champasack, and then I believe there was also a Lao woman who also came into the country, and she went to Vientiane, and she seems to have created this new wave. So the epicenter of this new wave in Laos is in Vientiane, the capital, where they've had the majority of the cases, but it is popping up more frequently, at higher frequency across the country. It's not very high at the moment, it's still very low numbers. Some provinces... Whoa, bee attacked me. It's still relatively low numbers. I don't know the exact number and I don't want to spread fake news, but I know it's less than 20 cases in Luang Prabang where I am right now. So, relatively small compared to global numbers, but we need to keep this in check. So there have been tighter restrictions for us personally, for me personally, where I'm living. The village has been completely shut off. Now, unfortunately, where I am, I'm in a guest house, or it's like a cluster of bungalows and buildings, basically, apartments, bamboo apartments and bungalows. So there's a few Phalang here. Unfortunately, there was one dude that went out of the village one too many times in a day. He broke the rules. You're supposed to only leave once a day if it's necessary, and he didn't do that. So the police came and had a polite chat with us, just reminded us how important it was that all the Phalang had to come and sit and have a meeting with the local police, just to make sure that everyone's clear, that, it's really serious. Everyone has to stay at home unless they go food shopping. So the police said, maybe you should only allow one person from this whole area to go out. And everyone was a little bit not sure about that, because we don't know anyone. We're not mixing here because of COVID. We're staying in our little groups of 3s, so there's a few of us here, but we don't all know each other, we don't speak to each other, we don't even really see each other. So it was a bit awkward, so we had to just explain that to the police officers, and they were really polite, they were really understanding, and they just said, well, look, you don't need to go out every day, you just get your food once every 3 days or something like that, and everywhere will be a lot safer. And as long as people adhere to that, then hopefully this lockdown will be really effective. But it goes to what I was saying the other day, where how there's not that many Phalang here, so one Phalang can do something wrong, and it looks really bad on the rest of us. So yeah, it's not so cool when that kind of thing happens. The local police were really cool about it. They could have been far harsher on all of us because of him. Luckily they weren't. They were understanding. Sort of gave them a warning, made sure that it won't happen again, which is good. I fully support that. It needs to happen. We all just need to stay home. Just a bit of a reminder as well, because quite often I see tourists come into Laos and not show the correct respect to certain people in certain ways. Like, for example, if you're speaking to a police officer, you have to show them respect. So don't speak over them, and don't ever, if you're annoyed or anything at any kind of situation, you don't show it. You speak calmly to them. You wait until they've spoken, and then you speak to them back calmly and rationally. Not seen that sometimes, and it's really annoying to see because it makes all the other Falang look really silly. So if you're ever talking to a police officer in anywhere in Southeast Asia, speak to them like you're speaking to your granddad, with the same respect that you're speaking to your granddad who fought in the war. Bit stricter, bit more traditional. You show respect, and everyone's happy. There's been cases attributed to Phongsaly, which is a village in Luang Prabang. It has the biggest market in the area, Phongsaly market, and this market has been shut down. And I think what they're doing now is they're moving it out to a more open area, so that people can be more socially distanced as they're buying things. So Laos has been really, really proactive with this. It's really cool to see. I feel positive for the future. I think it's going to probably go on for longer than the 2 weeks, just because of how many cases have come up. But that's not necessarily anyone's fault for being irresponsible. It's just we're catching up with the initial spread, initial outbreak. These illegal entrants into the country, these seem to be what have triggered it. So hopefully they haven't spread it too far, and we've shut it off in time so that it doesn't spread too much, hopefully. So Laos has a vaccination campaign right now. They're really going for it. Many countries have donated quite a lot of vaccinations to Laos, China being the top performer in that area. I think they've donated well over 1 million doses of vaccinations, and Laos only has around 7.2 million people in the country. So that's a huge portion of the population that China has donated for. Really, really good. It's it makes me feel good for the future. In fact, one of my neighbours here, he's already had both of his shots of vaccination, really quick and easy, and the Lao government did it for him for free. He works in the hotel industry, and that's one of the key areas that Laos is trying to vaccinate right now, because obviously you have to prioritise. But yeah, that's really cool to see. I think that's pretty much it for the update today. I hope you stay safe. I'm going to be releasing another video, maybe today or tomorrow, about just showing you my quick video of showing you my life in lockdown, where we are. I'm in a jungle garden, living in a bamboo apartment. It's here just behind me. If you want to see that video, I'll put the link in this description, and maybe put it like here or somewhere like that. Click on it, watch it. Appreciate your support in these times. I'm not able to go around traveling, so I really do appreciate when you watch my videos, comment and like. It's really cool to chat to you in the comment section as well. I love doing that, waking up in the morning, having a cup of tea and replying to all your comments. It's really cool. Anyway, stay safe.